because we have no clue what is going on within our own governmental system, on the implications for the financial system, and now, and as you talked with last week with Catherine Austin Fitz, who we've been working together on this, in the midst of all of the DoD hoopla with the audit, Standard 56 was implemented by the government, in which now we have two sets of books.
And just so everybody knows, there is FASB, F-A-S-B, the Financial Standards Accounting Board, and then what you're talking about, F-A-S-A-B, right?
Yeah, Federal Accounting Standards Advisory Board. That's a board that provides advice and input into how the government reports its...
And you're talking about Rule 56.
Yep, Standard 56.
Okay.
And so, so before, through all of this experience that we've had, at least we had the reporting laws in our favor. Government is supposed to have a level of transparency and honesty in reporting. There's, the black budget, which we can't know what's going on, at least since the 1970s. But at least there was supposed to be a framework that we're operating under, and they didn't comply with it, so it was non-transparent, as we've shown with the 21 trillion in transactions that we can't verify, right? So, but now, as of October 4th, just in time for the DoD audit report, we have effectively put two sets of books. We have a set of books that can be manipulated and changed by a group of people who's determined that it's a national security issue, and they can alter the numbers, move things around within a particular entity, or even potentially shift funding all the way in order to hide it. And so what we're gonna do is produce a financial statement that is fake, and we will have no idea how much money was moved around, and we're all gonna pretend that we have a real report. And then we have an actual report that will remain hidden, right? And I try really hard on all these layers, like the mark to market, and the change, so that now firms can value assets at whatever they want, in whatever they think it'll be worth in the future.
Right.
This was done to save the financial institutions, because they had all these, during the financial crisis, they had all these properties that were worth nothing. And so they're saying, well, we're just going to revise and change the rules. And so now we don't even have any idea really what the valuation of these firms are. And Greg, I went back to your original CNN transcripts where you warned that the financial system was going to blow and the housing market was going to crash. I could see that you were trying to tell people that this is really unstable. And at the very same time, we have Ben Bernanke, who is the former, chair of the Federal Reserve, saying, you know what, we've got this contained. We should be fine. Everything's good. And Ben Bernanke was wrong, or he lied, right? He just didn't tell the truth. You did, right? And so what happened to you? Well, CNN didn't renew your contract. Why? You were trying to tell the truth and get to the bottom of things. The chairman of the Federal Reserve was saying something that just wasn't true. He had to have known that things were very unstable. And so he gets rewarded with a nice position at the Brookings Institute. He's the president of the American Economic Review. American Economic Review, the American Economic Association. So that's sort of the elite of the elite among economists. And he's rewarded for not telling the truth. Go to the Forbes article that was published last week by Lawrence Kotlikoff and me, and get a good summary of what that is. But basically, in this decision that was recommended and accepted by our government, this is what Showalter says. He says, the board concluded that finding a way to include most financial information correctly in public financial statements was better than not providing financial statements publicly. So basically he's saying, if we didn't do this, we're not going to report anything at all.